everybody, I'm Brian from Orchids by Brian. I'm here with Cassidy, and we are at the Southeastern Pennsylvania Orchid Society show and sale here in Oaks, Pennsylvania, an international orchid festival with amazing, amazing vendors and incredible, incredible displays. I have a surprise in this video. Stay tuned. I'm very excited about it. But with that, let's not waste any more time. Let's go check out all of the vendors and displays at SEPOS in 2025. Alrighty, so let's start off here with Oceanside Orchids, my friend Tim Culbertson. Oceanside Orchids at Sunset Valley Orchids out in California. Look at this beautiful paths that they have here. These are really, really pretty. My gosh. They have several different paths. This is a beautiful, beautiful plant. They have so many gorgeous orchids here. Some in bloom. Look at these. Gosh. And if you make your way to SEPOS, definitely stop by Oceanside Orchids booth to see some of their paths that they have available here. They're beautiful, beautiful stuff. So many different varieties, and the flowers are gorgeous. I love paths. Really nice.
What makes Yellowbird special? So those are all touch.
Really wonderful. And then you have over here
incredibly floriferous.
some of their parvi.
They bloom 5 or 6 times a year.
Paphiopedilums, Sedelinadii, Emersonii. Look at the nice dark colors on these leaves. And their prices are amazing. $30. All their paths, $30 here.
Wonderful crosses. Really beautiful.
Really, really pretty stuff.
Yeah, but the heads of flowers is so good.
And of course, they have some of the Sunset Valley Cattleyas. Really nice. And now I'm going to go around the other side and show you some of these here. Look at these guys. More beautiful Cattleyas, and of course their Catasetums, Marmotes. If you love these awesome orchids, they have some available. Some of their new hybrids that they have at Sunset Valley.
Really cool.
Really, really nice.
So like in here, a couple people have my little light.
And this is Oceanside Orchids. Now right here is Afri Orchids, coming all the way from South Africa. And they have so many different orchids to choose from. Look at this. I'm definitely going to be picking up some orchids from them today. But you can see they have all different varieties. One thing I love about the SEPOS Orchid Show is they always bring in such fantastic international vendors. And of course they have encyclias and dendrobiums, African species, Orangus and Grecum. Orchids you don't typically have access to. Look at that. Really nice. Really, really nice plants. Wow, these are beautiful. Look at this guy here. And the price is $20. So well priced. And you can see up here they have some Lalias, Encyclias, Dendrobiums. Really, really nice. Look at this guy here. Really nice plant. Wow. And you can see orchids that you've never seen before here. Ranthes orthopoda. Look at this. How unique is that? This is wild. Wow. Like I said, you're going to find such beautiful, unique orchids at this show. It's really great. They have some Lalias, Miziella, Philippinense. Really nice. And look at these. Wonderful Angrecums. Oh man, these are so unique. Asianthera pectinata. Really nice. I love the variety of orchids. I didn't expect that. Of course, these are beautiful. Look at these. Wow. You're going to love the African species. And other varieties that they have here with Afri Orchids. Very, very cool stuff. And this booth needs no introduction. And these are my friends at Waldor Orchids, bringing a really great showing of Phalaenopsis. Look at all these phals, but of course they're known for their amazing Cattleyas. Speaking of amazing Cattleyas, look at that. That is unbelievable specimen-sized plant. You can see that is huge, just for $200. And look at all the flowers. Oh my God, that's amazing. What an impressive display. And look at this, $150 for this plant. 3 huge spikes, dozens of flowers. Like I said, SEPOS, great show to find very unique species. Wow. I love Waldor Orchids. Of course, I have several tours of Waldor and all the amazing plants that they have in bloom at their nursery in New Jersey. Look at these. Huge white Cattleyas. Beautiful. They have a great variety of plants, and here's some compact growers down here too for those folks that are growing in small spaces. Really, really nice. They have even more Cattleyas over here. Look at these. Oh my gosh. Really pretty. Look at this. That's beautiful. Look at this. Another specimen. $200 for this gorgeous white Cattleya. My gosh, I can't believe the specimen plants that they have available this year. This is amazing. Of course, Waldor Orchids, like I said, need no introduction. One of my favorite nurseries. And they have such a great variety. They also have some Paphiopedilums, multiflorals, bulldogs, and Maudii ipaps. And then, of course, some Oncidiums as well. And this is Waldor Orchids. Here we are at JNL Orchids. Look at all their miniatures that they have available today at SEPOS. Look at all these beautiful orchids. Oncidiums. Really wonderful. Here's some more miniatures too. Platystelli, Mazdavalias. I'll actually have a nursery tour of JNL Orchids coming out next week. So stay tuned for that. You get to see some of these plants in their nursery, what it looks like this time of year. Of course, they have beautiful, beautiful stuff in Connecticut. Visit their nursery if you have a chance to stop in, if you love Mazdavalias and Dendrobiums, Platystelles, Lepanthes, Florethalids, and other species. Really unique plants. It's a great place. You can see. There's some encyclias, Stanhopea reckeri. Really nice. And of course up here, even more wonderful mounted miniature orchids. Really, really nice. Look at this. Cochleanthes in bloom here. Dark purple lip. Really wonderful plants. And here they have some Sophronitis. And even more wonderful miniature orchids. Phalaenopsis, Schoenorchis. Look at the flowers here. So unassuming. Sigmorchis pusilla. Really nice. There's some Psychopsis Mendenhall, wonderful species. Flowers that can last a very long time. Even more wonderful plants. Really, really nice display offerings from JNL. Now right here are my friends at Woodstream Orchids, based out in Maryland. A local nursery for me, and my gosh, they brought so many plants in bloom today. Look at these beautiful, beautiful orchids. Paphs and frags of all kinds, what Woodstream specializes in. I did do a nursery tour of their greenhouse last year, and it's amazing. But they have a really great representation of the plants that they have in their nursery here at SEPOS. Look at all these orchids in bloom. Wow, bulldog paphs and multiflorals, of course.
Oh yeah.
This is beautiful. Really, really pretty plants. Look at this. Wow. Really, really special. When you come to these shows, don't be afraid to buy an orchid that's not in bloom. They will bloom for you. You get to let them grow a little bit. And then you get beautiful, beautiful flowers like this. Look at these orchids. Oh my gosh. Really, really nice plants. Wow. Really, really wonderful. And look at this multifloral. With the sepals corkscrewing down. Oh my gosh, that's gonna bloom forever. Oh, nice. Look at that. That's a good pickup right there, and it's in bud. Really nice. That's very cool. These are my friends. Some viewers, always good to see. Thank you. Good to see you guys again. Look at these flowers. Oh my gosh. So nice. And great prices on these multiflorals. And look at how cute. Super tiny flower here. Really nice. And here's some more of those. Paphiopedilums they have down here. Those Maadii Paph hybrids. Look at this. Really, really nice. And then some epidendrums too. Epidendrums and Cattleya, Laelia hybrids. Really, really nice. I'll come over here. They have even more flowers. Like I said, really impressive showing of orchids from Woodstream. Look at their stuff. Wow. Really wonderful plants. You are in for a treat. at SEPOS this year. And they have even more in the back. They haven't even highlighted. This is Woodstream Orchids from Maryland. Okay, at this booth we have Wade's Orchids. They have a great selection of Paphiopedilums at Wade's. Several path penders here at SEPOS this year. There's no shortage of lady slipper orchids if you enjoy them. This definitely is the show for you. Look at all these Madi Eye paths. My gosh, they are gorgeous. Really, really like them. Look at that flower. Wow. Very pretty stuff. Wonderful orchids, and they have several miniature cattleyas from Sunset Valley on the other side that are in bloom. So if you're a big fan of those SVO mini cats, they have several. Let's walk around. Oops, sorry. Walk around this side. Look at these beautiful flowers. Wow. Really pretty plants. That's beautiful. You can see the great variety that they have offered here at Wade's Orchids. These are so pretty. A little Lycaste too. Really wonderful. Look at this nice flat flower. The purple, every color of the rainbow. And you can see here. Very nice. Wade's Orchids. Here we have my friends at Ecuagenera. Of course, they always bring a great selection of plants. Check out some of the miniatures they have here. Lepanthes regularis is a mini that I have in my collection. You can see they brought some really nice stuff. Sigmatistalix graminia, orchid that's almost constantly in bloom. Really, really nice. They even have some Stellamaris Pergrada. Wonderful, wonderful plants. Dendrobium Pepe Portia. Look at the flower. Really cute. Dendrobium Cuthbertsoni hybrid. Really nice. They have so many plants. And of course, over on this side, I'll show you some of their aeroids. If you love aeroids, you know of Ecuagenera, I'm sure. But look at the plants that they bring. $35 for beautiful, beautiful specimens from Ecuagenera. Now their booth is definitely busy, so we'll see if we can get in there, but I do want to highlight some more of those miniatures. Claristelli pyriformis. Really, really nice. Let's see what else we have here. Here's a Stelis orpicularis. And you can see it has little flowers. Small little flowers. All right, let's go inside the booth and see what they have up there. Now I'm noticing over here they have several neotropical blueberries. This is Ceratostigma lucianae. There's even a Spirosperma Soderoy. Huge, huge plants that they offer. Here's another beautiful neotropical blueberry, Ceratostigma pendens. Really nice plant. Hoyas. You can see several plant varieties here. Here's some more aeroids. You collect those aeroids. Here's another wonderful orchid here. Look at these. Or not orchid, sorry, but Lycopodium lucidium. I think this is the tassel fern. And here they have their phragmipediums. You can see the hybrids that they're known for. They have several different phragmipediums here. And even some cattleyas. As you can see, it is a packed booth, always at Ecuagenera. Here we have my friends at Littlebrook Orchids, always bringing a fantastic selection to the show. Wonderful Neophonidia hybrid. If you like what you see at the show here today, definitely check out some of my tours of Littlebrook. Their nursery is absolutely spectacular. And you can see the quality of plants that they have here. I mean, look at these flowers. Oh my gosh. Beautiful double-flowered Delenatii. Really, really pretty. Such beautiful stuff. Oh my gosh. Here's an Awanagara apple blossom springtime, which is orchid you don't see very often. You used to see all the time, especially not the yellow form. And then here are some of their Maudii Paphiopedilums, known for those mottled leaves. And look at this. Really, really nice.
Is that Orchids by Brian?
I think it's Orchids by Brian. That's my buddy Trey. That's my friends at Littlebrook Orchids. We love Littlebrook Orchids. That's right. And we love you. We love Littlebrook. And Dendrobium, Lavifolium, and look at this little Maxillaria. See that cute little flower? Really, really nice stuff. Such a great selection of orchids here from Littlebrook. Like I said, if you're from Pennsylvania, honestly, anywhere in the Northeast, definitely, if you have a chance to go to Lancaster, pay a visit to see their nursery and all the plants that they have in bloom. It's a special place. Really, really nice. Look at all those flowers.
I
Wow.
always keep watering it. I do 70 now, but I always water from the top. And
They have
always
even
keep
more
it
plants
fresh.
over here.
Can't run out of water.
You can see the Basava nodosa. And this looks like an epidendrum. Yeah, epidendrum. Look at the flowers. Wow, that's beautiful. Really nice epidendrum. And they have even more beautiful flowers here at Littlebrook. All right, here is Tida Orchids. My friends from Bridgewater, New Jersey. Of course, they have wonderful Asian cymbidiums, several different varieties, Goringii, Encephalium, more compact growing cymbidium orchids, which are very popular here in the Northeast, around the world. Beautiful stuff. Look at these. Oncidiums, Nobile Dendrobium, Miltoniopsis. A full booth full of gorgeous flowers. Check out these antelope dendrobiums too that they have here. I love those. Here's some Zygopetalums. Look at that. What a beautiful Zygopetalum. They also have some Delenatii Paphiopedilums and bulldog paphs. Here's a wonderful paph you can see there. Urbanionium by Appletonianum. And they have the Maxillaria coconut orchid. Very, very fragrant plant. Some Cattleyas here as well. And of course, what they are known for in their nursery, their gorgeous, gorgeous Phalaenopsis. Wow. They brought an incredible selection of plants today. Really, really nice. Wow. Look at these. Look at this one here. That is pretty. Wonderful stuff. If you're in New Jersey, visit Tida Orchids. I have a couple videos of Tida. You can visit their nursery or check out the behind-the-scenes tour that I did. There you go. Check it out. This is Tida Orchids. Right here is Tropical Exotics booth. They always have a really great selection of unique orchids. Lots of dendrobiums, bulbophyllums, miniatures. Look at this. Very unique. Like I said, every time I see Tropical Exotics booth, they have more and more plants that I've never seen before. But yeah, look at the flowers today. Wow, their booth is very colorful. Some nice dendrobiums that they have in bloom, ready to purchase. Check out these with the purple flares. Those are stunning. Dendrobium Sororitana. They have some Cattleyas up here as well. And of course, here are some of their miniatures. The Stenorchis fragrans, Chrysanthemum, Dendrobium Chrysocrepes. Really nice stuff. Look at all the plants. They definitely came with a lot of options, especially if you grow in terrariums or like me growing compact orchids. Check out this bulbophyllum. Wow, that's different. Never seen that. Maculosa. Like I said, every time I see their booth, they bring something new. Really, really spectacular orchids. Bulbophyllum reticulatum. Wow. What is this here? Porpax Taitongiae. Really, really cool. Here's some Paphiopedilums too. Venustum and Hirsutusum. As well as some other hybrids, Maudii hybrids. And they have several Tolumnias as well. Really, really nice. They have a great variety of Paphiopedilums today. And here is Silogeny corymbosa and Marinii. I just added a Silogeny corymbosa this week. So very cool to see that they have them here. Here's some more bulbophyllums. These are the super compact bulbophyllums, and they actually have some in flower. Look at that flower. Really nice. There's a Silogeny brunes. Wow. And of course they have some other orchid allies, as I call them. Different Hoyas and Dischidias. Labigias, Platycerums, and even some flasks. All right. That's some of the amazing offerings at Tropical Exotic. Here is Orchid Classics. Look at their selection of Cattleyas and Cattleya vandas and Phalaenopsis. Look at that. That's really pretty. Phalaenopsis, the little one. And you can see, look at all the flowers, all the plants in bloom and in bud. Really, really pretty flowers.
He's a pro.
Look at these. Oh my gosh. If you love phals, definitely check out Orchid Classics. You can buy them online too. Some of these are fragrant. Look at the flowers. Oh my gosh. Really special. Look at these. You can see this Peloric. Phalaenopsis, mimicking The labellum. Look at the size of that flower. Wow. Really, really nice.
Some of these want to tilt over. They get
And then
so
here's some of those
top-heavy.
Vanda orchids.
So in this case,
Look at the Vanda
this
flowers.
is a great tabletop.
Really nice.
To be really just. Yeah.
There's so many beautiful Vandas you can see here.
Occasionally you can put it on the table when you have a
And
dinner
here's some of
party.
those Neophenetias.
Yeah, if it's.
Vanda falcata.
Let's look around some more.
We'll come over here on this end. And look at these flowers. Really nice Paraphalaenopsis. And some more Vanda orchids, Vanda relatives here at the show. I want to thank the Southeastern Pennsylvania Orchid Society for the opportunity to film this beautiful, beautiful orchid show, largest one outside of Florida on the East Coast. Look at this cute little yellow cat. Love my mini cattleyas. But really, really nice, beautiful orchids. You can see here's more of those Vandas that they are known for, Orchid Classics. Beautiful stuff. And this is beautiful too. Cattleya Amethyst glossa aurea. Really nice. These are Orchid Classics. This is Seed Engei from Shizuoka, Japan. And they have all these beautiful Japanese orchids. Look at these plants. Wow. Stunning. Look at these. The purple tip on the roots. That's very, very beautiful. I've never seen orchid roots, such delicate orchids. These are Neophenetias, but they're very rare. Look at this. These are beautiful plants. Really nice. And I love their presentation. They also have these very pretty pots. All different varieties of Neophenetia. Look at this. Wow. Very impressive display. You don't really see a dedicated grower to these Japanese orchids. They're very special. You can see some variegated, some very compact. They're very pretty. Here's those pots. Look at that, beautiful pots. These are really wonderful plants that they have offered here. And look at, they have some photographs. You can appreciate what these flowers look like. All different varieties, true ceruleas. Look at that. That is very pretty. Now over here is where they have their Tida japonica, which you can see, here's one in flower right here. This is a variegated variety. And you can see really nice plants. Wonderful Japanese orchids. They're very fragrant too. Wow, it's very nice. Great stuff. Here at Here we have Wilson Orchids from Taiwan, known for their spectacular Phalaenopsis. Look at the flowers. Oh my gosh. Their stuff is beautiful. Of course, you can buy plants in bud and bloom already. Really nice.
How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Good, thank you.
Great to see you here again.
Yeah.
Beautiful stuff. Oh my gosh. Val KS. Happy Eagle Wilson. Oh my gosh. Beautiful. Like I said, one thing I love about SEPOS is all the international vendors that they're able to bring here. It's definitely the largest orchid show in the Northeast, outside of Florida. But this is gorgeous. Look at that. That is spectacular. Fal Yafan Magic Angel. Now that is really unique. And look at the size of these Schilleriana, full-grown, blooming-sized Schilleriana. Some of them are actually in spike already. Wow. Really, really beautiful stuff. Wilson Orchids are world-renowned Phalaenopsis hybridizer with, as you can see, just about perfect plants. Look at this. Oh my gosh, I bet that's beautiful. How different. Wow. The purple with the orange, such a unique color combination. Really nice. And here they have some Cattleyas as well. Mostly hybrids, some species. Digbyana, of course, wonderful. Cattleya orchid with that frilly lip. And then Cattleya maxima. Semi-alba. Wow, that's beautiful. Naomi's Delight is a classic. I have in my collection too. These are wonderful, wonderful orchids. Savala. Hybrids. Here's a Cerulean ludemaniana species. Cattleya. Wow. And you have these. Look at these. Wow, they're so small. And look at the flowers. That is very cool. Love to see that. Bulbophyllum phalaenopsis and Arfocianum, 2 species. Look at the flowers on this. Oh my gosh, I bet that's incredible when you get to see that in person. And then Bulbophyllum frostii and Dendrobium smiley, Alba variety. So my friends at Wilson Orchids. And right here is Bergen Water Garden in Churchville, New York. And they have a great variety of plants, not just orchids. They have carnivorous plants, Tolumnias, Vandas, Nepenthes. But check out those Vandas. Oh my gosh. That is a beautiful Vanda. Wow. Here's a compact variety.
And then you need the small one.
Very, very pretty.
Like this? Yes, please. Those are 10.
Look at this little guy. I love these Vandas. I definitely have an appreciation for these orchids. Cassidy loves them, but also I've been able to visit some really impressive nurseries that grow these amazing plants. And the variety, the scent, this one, for example, very fragrant. Wonderful orchid.
No, that would be, I mean,
I think Van de Ben's fragrance. Here's a Dendrobium hibiki. Look at all the flowers on this guy. Really flowering well.
they said this big guy is just 20.
Dendrobium hymenanthum. Really nice
Chinese stump.
specimen here.
Well, I'm going to copy the
And of course, over here they have some zygopetalums and gracchums, oncidiums. Very nice display of plants. Look at these flowers over here. Really nice zygo. It's got that lavender and purple. Really, really nice.
That's very pretty.
Wow.
Gorgeous, yeah. Only get two.
Such nice stuff.
Two? Yeah. Okay. That's the spiral. Ah.
And Psychopsis Mendenhall.
Nice. Yeah, that's a very.
Really nice display from Bergen Water Gardens. Okay, so now let's check out the displays here at SEPOS. They have some very beautiful displays, all different sizes, designs. People are so talented. Look at this.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Never kept a plant this long. I'm like, is it I don't know.
Very pretty flowers. Oh my gosh. These are so nice. Wow.
It's a lot of dedication.
Here's a wonderful Paphiopedilum too. Wow. Cassidy loves her Phalaenopsis. Look at this.
This caught my eye as I was walking by earlier.
Yeah.
And it's just so beautiful. Look at that contrast.
Ox Bravo.
Reminds me of a sunset.
It does. Look at how tall. Oh my gosh. That is unbelievable. That's got to be 15 feet,
Well,
maybe 12 feet in the air.
it's on a stand, but the spike itself has got to be at least 5 feet tall.
Wow. Wonderful Cattleyas. Here's an Anziella africana, Linwood. Wow, so pretty. Miltoniopsis, Dendrobiums, Cattleyas. Look at this. Really pretty. Here's a Cattleya walkeriana. Nice Alba variety. There's even Cymbidiums in there. We got Cymbidium. Wow. Oh, this is beautiful right here. That is really pretty. Wow. Nice Dendrobium. Here's a yellow Tenifolia maxillaria. Really, really nice. This is Rutgers Alumni Growers display. Yeah, great job. Now turn over here, we have this display right here. I know who this is. This is Waldor, because I recognize this roller coaster ride that they created from their Philadelphia Flower Show exhibit. Wow. What a display. I mean, Cymbidiums, unbelievable. Look at these beautiful Cymbidium, Tinsel Harriet. Wow. And look at this. Stamfordianum, Waldor. That is really spectacular. Here's an Ascasendra Moats Adorbs from Moats Orchids out in Florida. Some more Cymbidiums. Really unique flowers Waldor's got put forward this time. Look at this guy. Wow. That is so cool. I want to go back here and highlight some of these Cattleyas that are included in the display here. Look at that, Love, Passion, Island, Romance. Looks like that one. Best of Blues at SEPOS. Really, really cool. Wow, let's come over on this side. They have even more Cymbidiums and Cattleyas in flower. The fragrance is also amazing. Oh my gosh. Can't get over the fragrance on this display. Great job to our buddies at Waldor Orchids. We love Waldor. Look at that Cymbidium. Spectacular. Okay, we head over this way and highlight this unique display here too. Now look at this. I love my minis. Look at that Orangus. Harriotiana. Really, really nice miniatures that they have. Nice compact growers. Look at this Epidendrum radicans. Nice red color. And I saw this Sologeny over here, which is beautiful. Look at this little guy. Sologeny fimbriata. And of course, look at this Pyloric Phalaenopsis. What a wild flower that is. Really, really nice display. Look at this. What a great display they have. So many beautiful orchids. Really great job. And that's a wonderful cat right here. Beautiful red magenta lip on the yellow petals. Very cool. Now right here is the SEPOS and Friends display. Look at all these compact orchids in here. What a spectacular Sophronitis coccinea, Cattleya coccinea. Wow. I love, love, love that. And we even have some Mazdas in here. Nice Mazda, Valley of Morning Glory. Really cool. Look at this. Wow, look at that Lepanthes calydiction. Oh my gosh. I know it's hard to see with the reflection. Man, I wish I could show that better. But really, really pretty stuff that they have here. Wow. And look at this Papillonanda. And then another Lepanthes, Telepongiflora. Now this right here is Orchid Classics display. And look at that. What a great job Peter did on this. Really, really nice. Wonderful display of Vandas. Wow. And look at this, Phalaenopsis. Cascading down. Wow. And here's a Lycaste with dozens of flowers. Really nice. Come over on the other side here. A couple more Vandas and Phalaenopsis over here. Really nice. Here's Wade's Orchids display. Cattleya pecaviensis. Love that big purple lip. And here's SL Beautiful Sunset. And look at the leptotes. Leptotes bicolor and leptotes palintinosi. There's the palintinosi here. And of course, leptotes bicolor. Really nice. And look at this little guy. Looks like this is a terrestrial. Not sure. Oops. And then we have this multifloral path. Beautiful flowers. And Stelis volcana. Grown very well. Very nice display from Wade's Orchids. Here's a wonderful display by Tida Orchids. Look at these Phalaenopsis. Wow. Some Oncidium, CQ Marguerite, Path Delinadii. Oh, those dark leaves, my gosh, that's gorgeous. When you're looking for a Delinadii, I always look for those super dark leaves. So I think that's so special. Really nice display from Tida Orchids. Here is Bergen Water Gardens, Churchville, New York. Nice Cattleyas. Cattleya dendrobiums, epidendrums. Here's dendrobium, not really open yet. Stylus. Look at these dark flowers. Wonderful, wonderful orchid. Now here's a Laelia Jongiana alba. Look at the size of that flower. That is so impressive. I have Laelia Jongiana. I can't wait for it to bloom. It's got a little ways to go, but really, really spectacular. The flower is as big as the plant. And then check out this epidendrum. Now this is beautiful. I've never seen an epidendrum like this with that purple lip and the orange spotted petals. Zoom in here. This is Epidendrum schumanianum, Bergen's Gia an AMAOS award winner. Here's a Young Home Lucky Star. Foul Young Home Lucky Star, which looks very different than the Lucky Star I had. Beautiful plant. Look at this dark blue Ascophonetia cherry blossom. Beautiful. Now here's JNL Orchids with their wonderful miniatures. Starting off with this. Look at this Cattleya clandii. Wow, really nice. And they have Leptotes bicolor. And now this is a beautiful Mazdavallia. Wow. That is really beautiful. My gosh. This right here is the Susquehanna Orchid Society display. Beautiful display of plants. Look at this Paphiopedilum. Stephen Mayle. Wow. This is beautiful. What a selection. Here, look at this beautiful plant right there. That is gorgeous. Beautiful flower, and then they have some Masdevallias up here as well. Really nice. Great display from Susquehanna Orchid Society. And now right here is Littlebrook Orchids. They have several plants that have been pulled for judging. So let's hope for some wins for our pals at Littlebrook Orchids. SLC Jewel Box. Gorgeous plant. They brought some incredible specimen size orchids. Look at that, Dendrobium aggregatum. Wow. Look at this. And this is one of the most spectacular Phalaenopsis specimens I've ever seen. That is amazing. Look at all the flower spikes. Beautiful display. Like I said, several of their plants are being judged right now. But really great job. Congratulations in order for Littlebrook. This is the Lehigh Valley Orchid Society display. And check out these Masdevallias. Really nice. Look at the Sunset Jaguar, Pixie Shadow, Fire Queen, species Maxilimax and Decumana. Really nice. And then that Iwanagara apple blossom up there is really amazing. Look at that. Wow. That's beautiful. You can see really nice display of orchids that they have here. And I like this little terrarium. Let's look at the Digbyana. Wow. Really pretty. Oops. Look at this display. Dendrobium cuthbertsoni, some Lepanthes in there. Kind of hard to see in the reflection, but still. And look at this Oncidium. Oh my gosh. Unbelievable. And this is the National Capital Orchid Society display here at SEPOS. And I've actually entered my first plant. I'm going to go through and see. Before you continue watching, I will announce it at the end of me showing this display. Guess which one is mine? Let's see how well my viewers know me and know my collection. I think it'll be pretty obvious. But look at these Paphiopedilums up here. Beautiful paths. This is also stunning. Paphiopedilum Snow Festival. Really nice. And check out this Dendrobium over here. Dendrobium Christoxum. Really pretty. There's a Gloranthe. Aurantiaca, Phragmipedium delisandroi, and oh, what's this? A Bulbophyllum Ephemeride Stormy Eye. And wonderful Phragmipedium. Really nice. Okay, who can guess which one's mine? Well, if you guessed this beautiful little bulbo, you were right. And he won a first place ribbon. My first show entry and first awarded bulbophyllum, first awarded plant. Pretty exciting. That's the National Capital Orchid Society display. Okay, here's the Deep Cut Orchid Society display. They have a really nice showing here at SEPOS. Very impressive. Amazing, these folks who grow these amazing orchids. Oh my gosh, look at that. Now look at this Mazdavallia. I got first place for Mazdes. Will it focus? Mazdavallia Mary Stahl. That's gorgeous. Wow. You can see all of their beautiful orchids that they've grown for Deep Cut in New Jersey. Wow. Really special. We have Phragmipediums, Cymbidiums, Paphiopedilums. And this huge Dendrobium kingianum right here in front. Here at the Deep Cut Orchid Society display. Okay, now I'm gonna go, excuse me, and show this North Jersey Orchid Society. What a peaceful display this is. I could stand in front of this display for hours. With the waterfall. Wow. Really, really nice. Wonderful Peloric Phalaenopsis. Won first place. Ribbon. And here's a cute Sarcochilus. Really pretty. And then look at it up here on the pedestal. That Paphiopedilum. Wow. Or Phragmipedium, I think, maybe? Sorry, Phragmipedium. Absolutely stunning. Really unique display table. By North Jersey. And right here is the Maryland Orchid Society display. The Maryland Orchid Society always brings a fantastic showing. Here's the best Oncidium. Wow. Look at this. Really, really pretty. Here's a Silogeny nitidia. Pretty different, beautiful specimen. And look at this, my wonderful mini cats of Sophronitis, Cattleya Bose Apricot Gem, Mini Pet, Wildfire. Really nice. Look at this. Oh gosh. So impressive. And look at this guy over here. That is amazing. Very impressive display from Maryland Orchid Society. We're going to go over this way. We have the Bucks County Orchid Society. Bucks County, Pennsylvania did a great job. wonderful display of plants. Look at that. They did a really good job. Look at this chisis. First and only chisis I've seen. Really nice.
See the names, how they're so close, but
And
they're
here's Woodstream Orchids. And some beautiful Bessie hybrids. Wow. Look at their plants. Beautiful, beautiful orchids. And look at these little guys down here. And all these cultivars, frag Jason Fisher. Gosh, you can't go wrong with these deep, dark red flowers. They are beautiful. Really, really impressive display by my pal Bill at Woodstream. And now here are the hosts. Beautiful display. Southeastern Pennsylvania Orchid Society. Wow. These are beautiful. Look at all the cattleyas. Oh my gosh. Beautiful. Beautiful orchids. They did such a great job. You can see the Paphiopedilums. Look at that Solange Lawrenceana. Huge flower. Wow. Look at all the purples. What an impressive, impressive display.
Pretty amazing. Yeah.
It was so white. I don't think I've ever seen one so white.
I'm gonna go around
This one.
over here, show you this side of the display. Look at this, they even have foggers and a pond. They really went all out. A stream trickling down. Really wonderful job, wow. So peaceful. Wow. Really nice. Look at this. Cymbidium. That is gorgeous. We need some Phalaenopsis. Look at this. Oh my gosh. This is beautiful. What a phenomenal job that SEPOS did on their display this year. And look at these huge specimen dendrobiums. Holy cow. Incredible. And then hiding up here, I can't believe I almost missed it. Bulbophyllum falcatum. Really nice. Look at those flowers. And that is the SEPOS display. All right, everybody, that's going to conclude my tour of the SEPOS International Orchid Show and Sale here in Oaks, Pennsylvania. We're in front of the SEPOS display. Just want to say thank you to SEPOS for letting me film this tour. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed all of the amazing plants, and we'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.